PBA fans, do you still remember the chair throwing incident involving two-time Grand Slam coach Tim Cone? Nangyari ito during the final series between the BMX Yamatos at ng Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, kung saan tinalo ng Rain or Shine, then coached by Yang Giao ang BMX sa isang 7-game series ng 2012 PBA Governors Cup para mapanalunan ang kauna-unahan nilang kampyonato sa liga. With 7 minutes and 23 left in Game 1 of the Best of 7 Championship Series, Cone lost his cool, throwing a monoblock chair inside the playing court matapos hindi magustuhan ng isang non-call sa kanyang star player na si James Yap. Pinagmulta si Cone ng 3,400 matapos makuha ang kanyang pang-apat na technical foul sa tournament at nagbayad rin ng 20,000 additional fine for serious disrespect to the game. Known for his fiery personality, Giao was surprised to see Cone throwing a monoblock chair during the heat of the match. Marcus Blakely, who was then on his first tour of duty as import of the old Pure Foods franchise, vividly recalled that shocking incident and admitted that he himself had his own version of chair throwing incident inside the team's locker room. Were you surprised in one of those championship series? You saw Tim Cone throwing the chair. Were you throwing the chair inside the element of the team, right? You remember that?
Yeah, that's the. I mean, yeah, no, I do. Tim is definitely a level-headed person. You know what I mean, all the way around. But he's very competitive, and usually when things like that happen, it's a motivation type of thing. It's you guys might not need me at this point, but I need to do this to motivate you guys to start playing well right now because we're losing it. You know, whether as Tim Cone, I have to go sit in the dugout and watch the game for you guys to win. Okay, that's fine. And I think that's a lot of what has happened with the San Mig franchise. It's like at any point it could be anybody's time. And I credit James Yap too for having so many weapons on his team and kind of sacrificing his game in the way that he played the game for so many years. To adapt to something like the triangle, which is a very team-oriented offense that you run, and it takes a lot, and that's what I'm saying when it comes to it's not just me. I know obviously I was the import at the time, but there's a lot that just went into it from the beginning to the end that, from Denzel to James Mays, from people in between conferences that, Lester Alvarez, for instance, somebody that people might not know much of, but was a huge factor when it came to practice. Jerwin Gacko, there's a lot of things, a lot of pieces. Justin Melton, when he was younger, had to wait his time because PJ was still playing and James was still playing. So there's a lot of a dynamic when it came to what happened, and how successful we were. And I think looking back on it now, all of our teammates can kind of, accept and understand a lot of things that Coach Tim or that the team was going through at that time that we didn't really understand. All we wanted to do was win. Why can't we just win right now? And when we lose, it's everybody else's fault except for looking at each other, And Coach Tim was the middleman of kind of just putting us back into there's still another game. Okay, just because we won one game doesn't mean we won the series. So he's kind of been always the mediator of what went on and, how successful we were at that point. So, yeah, when he would show emotion like that, we definitely knew, it's time to play for sure because he's not that type of guy, but he's very competitive. So that's
okay.
I mean, to be honest, I could be in his exact same shoes because I think it was We were 1-3, and we had just lost in Antipolo, and it might have been the Rain or Shine. I'm not exactly sure, or Blackwater, one of them. And we started off 1-3 going into the season of the Grand Slam. So in my head, we had just lost the game, and I had taken one of the little plastic chairs and thrown it across the room, and it just shattered everywhere, just into pieces. And I think for me to say Coach Tim is a wild or crazy person because he threw a chair, no, I'm putting myself in the same situation when I'm very competitive and want to win. It's hard to control your emotions when you're in the game, when you're playing the game, when you're feeling everything that's happening around you. So yeah, I mean, it definitely was one of those funny moments that now I think me and him can look back on. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things where emotions get in front of the game. So
okay. May mga ilang insidente pa kung saan nagkaroon ng meltdown si Coach Tim Cone. Isa na rito ang hindi niya malilimutang locker room confrontation sa dati nilang import na si Rosel Ellis ng Alaska. Sometimes, things could get out of control during the heat of the moment. But there's no question about the winning habit developed by Tim Cone, the winningest coach in PBA history. Join us again next time for another episode of The Links, Bits, and Grabs. On behalf of our director, Aldin Alejo, this is your host, Ray Hoble. So long, everybody.